Hi everybody, welcome back to Taekwondo Thursday. This is episode 2. Wow, I can't believe a week has gone by already. So this session we're going to be covering the difference in chambers between the low block and the middle block that we learn at white belt level. Now before we go into breaking them down, I just want to stress that these chambers are really important. We're going to be reusing these chambers for 10 or 12 other techniques that you'll be learning as you go through the belts. So learning these well will make it much easier for you later on. If you learn them badly now and you keep confusing the two, it's going to cause you problems later on. So let's learn them well and learn them forever, and it will really stand to you later on. One key thing that both blocks have in common is the rotation principle. The fists must rotate for each block. So if the fingers face up at the end, then they must begin facing down, and vice versa. With that being said, let's have a look at the two chambers. Starting with the middle block, we use the inner forearm for the white belt version of the middle block. So the general rule is whenever we block with the inner forearm, the blocking arm comes from underneath the reaction arm. The fist should be approximately your shoulder level with the elbows slightly bent so the elbows drop below your shoulders. Now from here, the arm is coming across and it's coming from the underneath. Both arms will rotate. So whenever we're using the inner forearm, that extends to the reverse knife hand for later on. It also includes the back fist strike because that's closest to the inside. So inner forearm running along to reverse knife hand or back fist. Whenever we're using any of those blocking or attacking tools, it comes from underneath the reaction hand. And that is the middle block chamber. Now looking at the low block, I'll change arms. When we're using the outer forearm, as in the case of this low block, or extending onto the knife hand, it's the same rule, outer forearm or knife hand, it comes from above the reaction hand, And of course, because of the rotation principle, you have the fingers in the blocking arm face up, and as always, the fingers in the reaction hand are facing down, because they finish facing up. So from here again, have your fists approximately shoulder level. If you're using the knife hand, you'll drop it down slightly, but let's stick with the forearm for this video. So from here, when you're blocking with that forearm, outer forearm, it's going to come from above the reaction hand, blocking downward. And that is the low block chamber. And just one thing that I forgot to add, all these chambers are explained in greater detail on our online hub. So these are kind of just short tutorials, but the video for the low block and middle block I think is like 12 minutes long on the online hub, and it's in the white belt section. So if you want more detail, be sure to check that out. All the best.